Adam always thought his life was the problem. Nothing was truly wrong, but nothing felt right. He had a normal job, a small apartment, a routine that never changed. Yet every morning, the same heavy feeling returned. A voice inside his head whispered, "You are late. You are behind. Others are better than you." Adam believed this voice. He thought it was logic, truth, reality, but it was not. It was only an inner dialogue, uncontrolled and constant. At work, he smiled politely. Inside, his mind was loud. If he made a small mistake, the voice attacked him. "You always fail. You never learn." When his boss praised someone else, the voice became cruel. "You are invisible. No one notices you." Adam didn't fight these thoughts. He accepted them like facts. Over time, they shaped his emotions. Anxiety before meetings, fear before decisions, tiredness without reason. One evening, after another long day, Adam sat alone in his room. No music, no phone, only silence. For the first time, he listened carefully, not to the world, but to his mind. The voice was still talking, complaining, judging, predicting failure. Adam suddenly realized something important. This voice was not him. It spoke automatically, repeated old patterns, learned from the past. He asked himself a simple question. If this voice is not me, then who is listening? That question changed everything. He understood that he had never tried to control his thoughts. He tried to control life, jobs, people, results, and failed every time. That night, Adam didn't promise to change his life. He promised something smaller, something deeper. He would start by controlling one thought, just one, and that was the beginning. The next morning, Adam woke up earlier than usual. Nothing special happened, but something inside him was different. The voice was still there. "You are tired. This change won't last." Normally, Adam would believe it. This time he paused. He didn't answer the voice. He didn't argue. He just noticed it. For the first time, Adam felt a small distance between himself and his thoughts. At work, the battle became harder. Emails, deadlines, people talking fast. The voice became louder. "You can't handle this. You'll mess up." Adam felt stress rising. His hands became cold. His heart beat faster. But then he remembered his promise. Control one thought. Just one. He took a slow breath and said inside his mind, "This is just a thought, not a fact." The voice didn't stop, but Adam didn't obey it. He finished his task. Not perfectly, but completely. That evening, he felt something new. Not happiness, not confidence, relief. He realized something important. Thoughts lose power when you stop reacting. Later that night, Adam searched online. He read about inner dialogue, about how the brain repeats old patterns to protect us. Fear was not an enemy. It was a habit. This idea shocked him. If fear was a habit, then habits could change. Adam looked back at his life. Every big mistake started with a fast thought, a rushed decision, an emotional reaction. No pause. He understood the cost of unconscious thinking. Broken relationships, missed chances, years of doubt. That night, Adam didn't blame himself. For the first time, he felt compassion. He was not weak. He was untrained, and training takes time. Before sleeping, Adam made a simple rule. I will not control my life yet. I will learn to control my reaction. The war was not outside. It was inside his mind, and the first battle had already begun. Adam started to notice something strange. His thoughts came before his emotions, not after. One morning, he woke up feeling calm, but then the voice appeared. "Today will be difficult. You will fail again." Nothing bad had happened yet. Still, his chest felt tight. That's when Adam understood a dangerous truth. His mind was predicting pain, even without evidence. At work, this pattern continued. Before speaking in a meeting, the voice said, "Don't talk. You will sound stupid." Adam stayed silent. Later, he felt regret. The voice returned. "See? You are weak." It was a perfect trap. The mind created fear. Fear controlled behavior. Behavior created regret. And regret fed the mind again. Adam realized he had lived like this for years. On the bus ride home, he decided to test something. A small experiment. When a negative thought appeared, he didn't fight it. He didn't argue. He simply labeled it. "This is fear." This is comparison. This is old memory. At first, it felt strange. The thoughts didn't disappear, but they lost power. They became sounds, not commands. That night, Adam wrote in a notebook. Not his goals, not his dreams, only his thoughts. Every sentence his mind repeated. Reading them on paper shocked him. So much negativity, so many assumptions, so little truth. He asked himself, would I talk to a friend like this? The answer was no. Yet he talked to himself that way every day. Adam understood something painful but freeing. His biggest enemy was not life. It was the automatic voice he never questioned. From that moment, he made a rule. No thought is accepted without proof. If the mind says you can't, he asks why. If it says you always fail, he asks always. This didn't make him confident, but made him aware. And awareness was the first real control. Adam understood one thing clearly. He could not stop thoughts, but he could watch them. This idea sounded simple, but practicing it was hard, very hard. The next day, while walking to work, his mind started again. You are late. People will judge you. Normally, Adam would feel anxiety. This time, he imagined something different. He imagined himself sitting on a bench, and his thoughts were people walking in front of him. Some walked fast, some walked slow, some were loud, some were quiet, but he didn't follow them. He just watched. At first, the thoughts tried harder. They became dramatic. What if you lose your job? What if your life never changes? Adam felt fear, but he didn't move. He stayed on the bench. He noticed how the fear rose, and then slowly fell. That surprised him. Fear didn't last forever. It only stayed when he fed it. At work, a mistake happened. A small one. Before, this would destroy his whole day. The voice appeared immediately. You see, you're not good enough. Adam stopped. He asked himself, who is talking? Not what is talking, but who? The answer was clear. It was not him. It was an old program. A voice learned from past failures, from criticism, from fear. Adam corrected it gently. This is just a reaction. No anger, no fight, just observation. Something strange happened. The mistake stayed small. It didn't grow into shame. It didn't become a story about his future. That evening, Adam felt tired, but calm. He realized an important lesson. The observer mind is quiet. It doesn't shout. It doesn't judge. It doesn't panic. It watches. And by watching, it weakens the noise. Adam wrote one sentence in his notebook. I'm not my thoughts. I am the one who notices them. This sentence didn't change his life in one day, but it changed how he lived that day. And that was enough. After learning to observe his thoughts, Adam noticed something new. Some thoughts repeated every day. The same words, the same tone. They sounded familiar, like an old recording playing again and again. You always fail. You are too weak. Others are better than you. Adam realized something important. These thoughts were not random. They were habits, just like brushing teeth or tying shoes. His mind had learned them over many years. From school, from family, from moments of shame. The problem was not that the voice existed. The problem was that Adam believed it without question. So he decided to try something different. He didn't fight the voice. He didn't try to silence it. He replaced it. The next time the voice said, you can't do this. Adam answered calmly. I can learn. Not loudly, not aggressively, just a quiet correction. At first, it felt fake, like lying to himself. But Adam remembered something. The negative voice was also learned. So why couldn't a new one be learned too? At work, when he felt pressure, he tried again. Old voice. If you fail, everyone will see. New response. Everyone fails. I'm allowed to learn. The fear didn't disappear, but it became smaller, less powerful. At home, Adam practiced in front of the mirror. He spoke slowly. I'm not perfect, but I am improving. It felt uncomfortable, but also honest. He wasn't pretending to be confident. He was practicing self-respect. Days passed. The old voice still appeared, but now it had competition. Sometimes Adam caught himself speaking kindly without effort. That surprised him. The mind was changing, not because life became easier, but because the dialogue inside became healthier. Adam wrote another sentence in his notebook. Speak to yourself like someone you want to protect. He understood something deep. Mind control is not about domination. It is about guidance. And slowly, the guide inside him was changing. As Adam's inner voice became calmer, a new challenge appeared. Real life. Triggers. Moments that pushed his old thoughts back to the surface. One morning at work, his manager criticized his report. Not loudly, not angrily, just a short sentence. "This needs improvement." But Adam's chest tightened. His heart beat faster. The old voice returned instantly. "You messed up again. They see you as weak. You will never be enough." Adam noticed something important. The thought came after the emotion. First, the body reacted. Then the mind explained it. This was new to him. He realized that triggers were not logical. They were emotional memories. His brain remembered past failures and reacted to protect him. Adam took a slow breath. He did not respond immediately. Before, he would panic or defend himself. Now he paused. He remembered a rule he wrote earlier. Pause before you believe the thought. He asked himself one simple question. What is actually happening right now? The answer was clear. His manager was not attacking him. The report just needed changes. Nothing more. Adam repeated calmly. "Thank you. I'll fix it." Inside, fear was still there, but it no longer controlled his actions. Later that day, Adam reflected on the moment. Triggers were not enemies. They were signals. Signals showing where healing was needed. He noticed patterns. Criticism triggered fear. Silence triggered overthinking. Mistakes triggered shame. Understanding this gave him power. When he felt a trigger, he stopped judging himself. Instead, he observed, "My body is reacting. My mind is protecting me. But I choose my response." That night, Adam wrote another note. Triggers show the door to growth. Mind control was becoming clearer. It was not about avoiding emotions. It was about staying present inside them. And for the first time, Adam felt something new. Confidence. Not loud, not proud, quiet and steady. After understanding his triggers, Adam learned a new skill. Mental distance. He discovered that he did not need to fight his thoughts. He just needed to step back from them. One evening, Adam sat alone in his room. A familiar thought appeared. You are behind everyone else. Before, this thought felt like truth. Now, Adam tried something different. He said quietly in his mind, I'm having the thought that I am behind. The sentence felt strange, but also lighter. Psychologists call this technique cognitive distancing. It means separating yourself from your thoughts. Thoughts are events, not facts, not commands. Adam practiced this every day. When fear came, he said, I am noticing fear. When doubt came, he said, I'm noticing doubt. This small change created space. Space between Adam and his mind. In that space, he could choose. He could breathe. He could slow down. He could act with intention. One day, Adam failed an important task. The old voice tried to take control. You always fail at the worst time. Adam paused it. He looked at the thought like a cloud passing in the sky. This is a thought, he told himself. Not my identity. The pain was still there, but did not grow. Mental distance did not remove emotion. It removed attachment. Adam realized something powerful. He was not his thoughts. He was the one who noticed them. This changed everything. Life did not become easier, but his relationship with his mind became healthier. He stopped drowning in his thoughts. He learned to watch them float by. That night, Adam wrote another line in his notebook. I am the observer, not the storm. For the first time, silence inside his head felt safe. And in that silence, strength grew. After learning to observe his thoughts, Adam noticed something else. His inner voice had a tone. It was not just negative. It was harsh. The voice spoke like a strict judge. Not enough. Too slow. You should be better by now. Adam realized this voice was not born with him. It was learned. From teachers. From comparisons. From past failures. One morning, while walking to work, the voice returned. You will never be confident. Adam stopped. He remembered a new rule. If a voice can be learned, it can be rewritten. He did not fight the thought. He answered it calmly. Maybe I'm not confident yet, but I am learning. The voice went quiet. Not forever, but long enough. This was the beginning of change. Every time the harsh voice appeared, Adam replied with a neutral one. Not positive lies, just honest balance. You failed. Yes, and I can try again. You are weak. I am tired, not weak. This felt uncomfortable at first. His brain resisted. It preferred old patterns. But Adam stayed patient. Neuroscience says repetition creates new pathways. Adam was building a new one. Slowly, the tone inside his head changed. The judge became a coach. Still serious, but fair. One evening, Adam made a mistake during a meeting. The old voice tried to shout, but a new voice spoke first. Mistakes are information, not shame. Adam felt surprised. That sentence came automatically. It meant the change was working. He smiled quietly. For years, his mind was his enemy. Now it was becoming an ally. Before sleeping, Adam wrote in his notebook, "I choose how I talk to myself." He understood something important. You cannot control every thought, but you can choose which voice you believe. That night, his sleep was deeper. The noise inside his head was softer. And for the first time, encouragement came from within. With a quieter inner voice, Adam began to notice a new change. Pressure no longer controlled him. It still existed, but it no longer ruled his actions. One afternoon, Adam faced a difficult situation at work. A sudden problem appeared. People spoke fast. Voices were loud. Stress filled the room. Before, Adam's heart would race. His thoughts would collapse. But this time was different. He felt the tension. And then he paused. One breath, then another. Inside his mind, a calm voice spoke. "Stay here. One step at a time." Adam focused on what he could control. Not the noise. Not other people's emotions. Just his next action. He asked one clear question. Then another. Slowly, the chaos lost its power. Others noticed it. A colleague whispered, "How are you so calm?" Adam did not answer immediately. He was not calm by nature. He was calm by practice. Pressure tests the mind. It reveals habits. Adam had trained his mind to slow down, not panic. Later that day, something unexpected happened. He made a small mistake. Before, pressure would turn this into self-hate. Now, the calm voice returned. Correct it. Move on. No drama. No inner attack. Just response. Adam realized an important truth. Calm is not the absence of stress. Calm is control during stress. That evening, Adam reflected on the day. He wrote, "When my mind is steady, my life becomes clearer." He understood that controlling the mind does not mean controlling life. Life remains unpredictable, but the reaction can be chosen. As Adam walked home, the city felt slower. Not because the world changed, but because he did. The pressure outside still existed, but inside there was space. And in that space, Adam found strength. Adam no longer tried to control his life. And that changed everything. He understood one final truth. Life is not a machine. It cannot be fully controlled. Plans fail. People change. Problems appear without warning. Before, Adam fought this reality. Now he accepted it. Acceptance did not mean weakness. It meant wisdom. When a negative thought appeared, Adam did not push it away. He observed it. "Why are you here?" he asked silently. The thought lost power, because it was seen, not believed. Adam learned that the mind becomes calm when it is not forced. Like water, the more you squeeze it, the more it escapes. One morning, Adam missed an important opportunity. Old Adam would panic. New Adam paused. He felt disappointment, but he did not become it. He told himself, "I can act without attacking myself." This was true control. Not control over events. Control over reaction. Over time, people noticed something different about Adam. He listened more. He reacted less. He chose words carefully. He was not louder. He was deeper. Someone once asked him, "What changed your life?" "Adam simidit." I stopped fighting my thoughts. I started understanding them. That night, Adam wrote his final lesson. You don't win by controlling life. You win by mastering your mind. His problems did not disappear, but they no longer owned him. His fears did not vanish, but they no longer guided his actions. Adam was not powerful because he controlled everything. He was powerful because nothing controlled him, and that was freedom.